When you have to look at Shubman Gill, it's been a bad time for him. When he has come on as the ODI captain, 4 wins, 5 losses in the 9 matches that have taken place. 2 losses have come against opponents who are not even full strength. And now, in the press conference, he came up. He was there in the pre-match in the post-match presentation. He came for the press conference also. But it was a very short press conference, 9 minutes. Normally, if there is a series loss, you would have questions, right? But the questions weren't hard-hitting. It's as if this series just doesn't matter for the Indian cricket team. But 3 questions were asked which are primarily of importance. One is on Rohit Sharma. Now remember, this is a series in which Rohit Sharma has not been in his ultimate best. All 3 matches he got out playing the aerial shot, and in Indore, a venue where he's got a very good record in, he fell very cheaply. When asked about Rohit's poor run, he mentioned, you won't be able to always convert starts. It's not possible. Against Australia and South Africa, he was in good form. Yes, we tend to forget that Rohit Sharma was in good form against Australia. He was the player of the match there. Even against South Africa, he got starts. But here, he just couldn't get going against New Zealand. And Ryan Descartes had mentioned in the press conference before that these were all new ball wickets. And Kyle Jamieson, credit to him, he really dried up the runs with the new ball. And that is where New Zealand capitalized on it. So Rohit Sharma just could not get going in the series. But on one other person, Ravindra Jadeja. Now, this is a series that Ravindra Jadeja would want to forget. No wickets whatsoever, only 43 runs. Can Jadeja play another ODI series? Shubman Gill pointed out that yes, he has played a lot of matches in the past. He was not aware of how many was there. But he mentioned, in terms of batting, he looks in good touch. But not many of us have converted starts. That start conversion yet again. In the case of Ravindra Jadeja, you batted him at 7, you batted him at 6, you pushed him ahead of Nitish, you pushed him below Nitish. In all the games, he failed to make an impact, which is where, with Akshar Patel in great form, it is very difficult to keep Jadeja in the team at this point in time, based on just penetration with the ball and impact with the bat. As one user pointed out, the last time it was 50 in India, it was 13 years ago. But that is the position that he bats in. It's not his fault that he's doing that. But on Harshit Rana, today if he was guilty of taking 3 wickets but conceding 84 runs, he also hit 52 runs but got out at the most inopportune time. On Harshit Rana, Shubman Gill reiterated, Harshit is improving as a batter. Number 8 is an important position. All teams bat deep. Will be a great prospect for us. Not many bowl consistently in 140s. He's working on his batting. Harshit Rana had mentioned in the press conference earlier that yes, the team management are grooming him as an all-rounder. But somewhere when you groom in India as an all-rounder, one skill set suffers. Harshit Rana's primary skill set is his bowling, not his batting. Batting is the cherry on the cake. But bowling, he has to really step up, because today also he had a horror day in Indore. And that is where he has to start asking questions as to, yes, he can strike with the new ball, but to the old ball, is he effective? That is something he has to answer. But what was the key difference? As the old adage goes, catches win matches. New Zealand dropped 2 catches in Baroda, it hurt them. India dropped catches of Mitchell and Young in both Rajkot and in Indore, and they were made to pay. That's what Shubman Gill mentioned. Felt fielding in the series was not up to the mark. Got starts, but we could not convert it into big scores. Whenever New Zealand batters got set, they got big scores. The second key difference. When Virat Kohli didn't step up, who stepped up? KL Rahul did, but it was belated. In the first ODI, Virat was there along with Gill and KL Rahul and Harshit Rana. But when it came to crucial moments, who hit that 120, who hit that 130, who hit that 140? If you look at the whole series, KL Rahul and Virat Kohli were the only ones who got centuries. Rohit couldn't get started. Shubman had 50s. But Daryl Mitchell, Will Young and Glenn Phillips all made big scores. Will Young in particular had a great impact on Rajkot. Daryl Mitchell with 352 runs was the difference maker. So fielding and none able to score big. were the two things in which New Zealand outplayed them. And that is why, for the first time in history, India have lost a bilateral ODI series at home to New Zealand. But it seems as if this series doesn't matter, because the team management doesn't seem to be too fretted. The media that were there in Indore were not too fretted. The fans, some are outraged. Some are saying, "Arey, why bother?" This mentality is dangerous, because then you can't celebrate any milestone. You can't celebrate a win. That's what Gambhir is reiterating. If you win, you have to be analytical there. If you lose, you have to be analytical there as well. You just can't brush it. Oh, it's just a bilateral series. Don't overreact. It doesn't work in that way. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.